Hello everyone and welcome to 9-inch Charge and welcome to another Wood Elf vlog update. Today's update is going to be the most significant that I have done since I started this project. I know it's been a little while, but I have been busy, and I think when we left off I just painted my first core unit, which was 10 Eternal Guard. Now this isn't enough to be playing a game that I want to play, so I set my mind to making some more core units, and now I am back and I have added 21 Glade Guard, and I have increased the unit of Eternal Guard from 10 to 21 as well. This will give me all of the points that I need to invest in my core troops so that I can play a 2,000 point game, which I am super excited about. I've already been speaking to Jeremy about this and I want to get Dan roped in as well. Now it's just about finding the time, firstly to play a practice game to familiarise ourselves with the rules, and secondly to record, but hopefully not too far away now. So here are the Glade Guard, 21 Glade Guard, and I'm really pleased to have them done. I think I am going to come and revisit them. When I painted them, when I came up with the scheme, I wanted them to be kind of similar to the way that I painted the Watchers, but now looking at them, I think they just look very, very green, and I think I need to add a little bit more, maybe a bit of cream or something in there as well. But they are done, and I'm really pleased that that is the case, and I like the way they look in this 21-man unit with a frontage of 7 and 3 ranks deep. That's the same as all the other core units and how they look now, so the army looks quite unified. Here are the Eternal Guard. Now you did see these in the last video. I'd just done 10, but luckily, hunting around in my bits box, I did have enough to make the unit up to 21. The hobby budget has been a bit tight lately, so really pleased that I didn't have to go and buy another box to make this into the full unit that you can see here. Now, those of you who are keen-eyed may notice a slight difference, and that is in the unit filler. So previously I had a Fenrisian wolf that I had leaping off of a rock, but in the previous video Manzac's Miniatures commented and said, why don't I make this into a stag, because the unit has the flag of a stag, you know, on the standard. I did say I wanted it to be a Wild Hunt themed army originally, and it would just tie in the theme a bit more, and I really agreed. And I'm really pleased that I've done this and made this new unit filler. It did take a little while because the saddle is such an integral part of the model, clipping it off and then spending my evening sanding it down. But eventually I got it to how I wanted it to look, and I think that's a really great addition. So thank you very much for your comment there. I think it's really helped the project along. The wolf I've now put into my unit of treekin. I had 9 treekin with a frontage of 3 and 3 ranks deep. Now I can have a unit of 10 if I want, and I think maybe that's a bit too much. A frontage of 5 monstrous infantry like that with a 40mm base. The footprint of that unit would be the size of an actual footprint, so we'll see. But I think it suits them, so I've put him there for now. I've also added some more units to the army, so I finally got round to assembling and making the Teagles, and I painted them using mostly contrast and then a bit of dry brushing, and I was really pleased with how they came out. I've based them here. This is part of an old Games Workshop scenery kit, like a Chaos Temple. A friend of mine, Wes, just had some lying around and donated them to our group. So I took a couple of the pillars and I've put them on there. So thank you very much, Wes, for that, because I think that really helps out and just makes them stand out and makes them look a bit different to normal Eagles. And those of you who remember, when I went into my loft, I did dig out a big box of different kind of Wood Elf stuff. And one of the things in there was a Tree Lord Ancient, and he was a bit battered and broken. His staff, the tendrils coming out the staff were broken. He was painted very pale. So what I did was I fixed the tendrils on the staff just by adding the strangle roots to them. And actually, I think that looks pretty good. I mean, he is really tall now. He's going to be quite difficult to transport, if I'm honest, but I like the way that it looks for the strangle roots coming out the top of the staff. And then I just contrasted just exactly the same method that I used on the treekin. And it's going to be the same method that I use on dryads when I get round to painting dryads. And I am going to do a painting tutorial on this method because it's so quick and easy. It just involves wet blends, building up contrast, and then your unit is pretty much done almost straight away. The Tree Lord is still on an oval base from Age of Sigmar. I've ordered a square one, so when that comes, I'll base him up and then he will be ready. I did have a request off the back of the last video to say when I do the next one, can I please do a video or a picture of the whole army together? So here it is from start to finish, everything that I've painted up so far. Now, all in all, the points total for this, bare bones, with no unit upgrades, no magic banners, no upgrades on the wizards, and no magic items and things like that, is 2,000. It's over 2,400 points. So if I were to start to upgrade things and really push it as much as I could probably get to 3,000 points now. Whether or not it would be legal is another question because of core troop requirements. I feel really pleased and just really satisfied that I've managed to get the project moving this far. This isn't actually a Wood Elf army that I would probably want to take on the battlefield per se. I used to always take, a much more maneuverable army. I used to have a lot of cavalry, used to have glade riders for vanguarding and things like this, and I used to like the scout choices a lot more. So static glade guard, I'd probably want to take scouts, but I think that'll be the next. I think this is a really good solid base, and I'm really pleased that I've chosen to paint things that I wouldn't necessarily want to take because it just adds into the collection. So next up will be some more glade guard to make into scouts, and I do have a box of wild riders which I should definitely get around to doing, and I have found some dryads as well in a box. They don't have any arms on them. So I'm going to have a look in the loft at my sprues and see if I've got any with some dryad arms on them, and then I can make up that unit as well. So that'll be the next step. But first, really, I just want to try and play a game. I want to get them on the tabletop. I'm going to make a 2,000 point list, and then I want to play against Jeremy's Dark Elves. I want to play against Dan's High Elves, and anyone else who will play me. And I'd also like to have a Triumph and Treachery game between the three of us as well, because I think that would be great fun. So I think that's it for this video. Let me know what you think of the project as it stands so far. Let me think what you would add in. Give me some ideas of what I can do next. Now I am going to start looking at list building, so I have to try and remember what I would want to bring in an army. I seem to remember in 8th edition it was just bring some really powerful spellcasters and then bring some wild riders and you'll do just fine. I do want to try out these units that I've got, the ones that I wouldn't usually take. I mean, I don't really think I took Treek in 8th edition. I remember them being really good in 6th edition. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and just watch this space. Thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to leave a comment and let me know what you think. I do read every single comment. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, and if you'd like to see more content like this in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you'd like to take the conversation even further, you can join the 9-inch Charge Hobby Hangout group on Facebook. This is a place for us to come together as a community and encourage each other and chat about our hobby, and feel free to share your models, thoughts, ideas, or ask any questions that you may have. There's a link in the description below. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can find a link in the description to our Patreon page, or you could become a YouTube member. And you can also support the channel by using the affiliate link we have to Element Games. They have a really extensive hobby range. I'm sure you can find anything that you're looking for on there. And they also sell it at a discount to Games Workshop. And if you use the affiliate link, we get a small amount of commission back that we can use to put back into the channel. As ever, this has been 9-inch Charge. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.